Before satyrs stole the spotlight, ancient Greece whispered of the Silenoi, wise, wild, and dangerously powerful spirits of the forest. Today on Myth or Real, we uncover their lost legends, secret powers, and dark prophecies. Hit like, subscribe, and join the journey into the forgotten corners of mythology. Welcome, brave souls, to Myth or Real, the channel where legends breathe and myths come alive. If you love the mysterious, the ancient, and the downright epic, you're in the right place. Today, we journey into the lush, wine-drenched realms of ancient Greece to meet the wild, mischievous, and strangely wise creatures known as the Silenoi. Before gods and mortals shaped the world as we know it, there was chaos, mystery, and the untamed forces of nature. In the deep, primeval forests, among rivers that sang and trees that whispered, lived the Silenoi, ancient beings, companions of the god Dionysus himself. But who or what were they? The Silenoi, or Sileni, were often depicted as part man, part horse, or sometimes part man, part donkey, a confusion that comes from their deep ties to nature's wildness. Early Greek art portrays them as elderly men with horse-like tails, hooves instead of feet, and sometimes animalistic ears. They were not the young, handsome satyrs you might imagine frolicking at backchic revels. The Silenoi were older, fatter, rougher, and infinitely wiser. The first and greatest among them was Silenus, the singular figure who would become the foster father and mentor of Dionysus, the god of wine, madness, and ecstasy. But we'll get to that soon. The Silenoi's origins are shrouded in mystery. Some ancient stories claim they were born from Gaia, the earth herself, sprouting from the fertile soil to embody nature's wild, chaotic energy. Others say they were ancient spirits of rivers and forests, predating even the Olympian gods. In the earliest myths, the Silenoi were spirits of drunkenness, music, fertility, and wild creativity. They danced to the haunting melodies of pipes and lyres, their steps shaking the ground, their laughter blending with the rustling of leaves. But they were not merely mindless revelers. The Silenoi were believed to possess profound knowledge, the kind of wisdom that came from deep communion with nature and the ancient forces of the world. It was said that a Silenus, when caught and made drunk, could reveal secrets of the universe, destinies of men, and even truths too terrible for mortals to know. The most famous Silenus, Silenus himself, holds a special place in mythology. He was the tutor and protector of the young Dionysus, after Zeus entrusted the boy god to his care. Under Silenus's guidance, Dionysus grew strong, wild, and wise, learning the arts of wine, madness, and freedom. Later, when Dionysus roamed the earth spreading his cult, Silenus was always at his side, staggering, laughing, singing drunken songs, but also speaking in riddles and prophecies. One of the most haunting stories tells of Silenus being captured by King Midas. The king, obsessed with learning forbidden knowledge, tricked Silenus into drinking himself into a stupor. When captured, Silenus spoke a terrifying truth. The best thing for a man is not to be born. The second best thing is to die quickly. A chilling glimpse into ancient Greek existentialism, and a sign that the Silenoi were not mere drunken fools, but guardians of ancient, painful wisdom. Over time, the image of the Silenoi evolved. In later art and mythology, they were increasingly overshadowed by their younger, wilder cousins, the satyrs. While satyrs remained youthful and energetic, the Silenoi were depicted as older, fatter, and more grotesque, drunkards lost in their own revelry. Their wisdom faded from collective memory, leaving behind only the image of comical, drunken, old men in Dionysian parades. By the Roman period, the Silenoi were practically indistinguishable from satyrs in art. Their stories were buried under layers of newer myths, and most people today have never heard of the ancient, solemn role they once played. But hidden deep in the labyrinth of old texts and forgotten art, a few lesser-known facts about the Silenoi survive. Some ancient writers believed Silenoi could shift shapes, becoming streams, trees, or even entire forests to evade capture. Others hinted that Silenoi were guardians of sacred groves, and that those who harmed the trees risked facing their wrath. In some traditions, Silenus himself was not just a tutor but a demigod, nearly equal to Dionysus in power when drunk enough to shed his earthly limitations. There are even whispers that some Silenoi could induce madness with a single look, a gift they passed on to Dionysus. If you're still with us, my friends, you now know the wild, untamed, and nearly forgotten story of the Silenoi. Did you enjoy this tale of wine, wisdom, and wildness? If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel enormously, and best of all, it costs you nothing but a click. Wineglass Sparkles also, I'd love to hear from you. Who is your favorite character type from mythology? Kings, warriors, demons, angels, creatures? Drop your answers in the comments below. You might just inspire our next video. This was Myth or Real, bringing the forgotten back into the light. Until next time, keep your ears sharp, your heart brave, and remember, in every forest, behind every whisper, a myth might still be watching.